Okay, welcome back to another lake of southeast Oregon. Upper Klamath Lake is huge. It's 25 miles long, 8 miles wide, with an average depth of only 8 feet. So, we are going to focus on a piece of it. This is about halfway up the lake, and it is called Eagle Ridge Park. You can see by the boat ramp, it's concrete. It's got a nice little dock. Actually is a dirt road that takes you several miles from the main road, which is 140, and it comes over through a park and certain ranches in order to come over to this peninsula. Now the peninsula, excuse me, is situated in a fairly windy portion of Upper Klamath. The wind can really whip up here. It can create waves that can capsize even the best of boats. It was a little windy when I was out there on my kayak, but with stabilizers, I was fairly safe with the wind that I was dealing with. So, to the left of the ramp, you'll go into marshland. Now, you can see it in the picture where the marshes are, and really only accessible with a kayak or a small boat of some kind, a John boat or something, because it's real shallow. We're talking 2, maybe 3 feet. Deep. This area is not deep at all. I was getting some good bites off to a cove to the left of the ramp and offshore just a little bit in about 6 feet of water. I know, but we're talking about a huge lake, the largest lake in Klamath, with an average depth of 8 feet. So you have to sort of find the deep part, which you could probably stand up in if you don't sink in the muck down below, because it's really muddy, the bottom of this lake. But there's a lot of debris and marshes and things like that on this lake that fish love to hide in. This lake is known for trout, and we're not talking small trout. These are not farm trout. These are huge trout. When you do, they're only limited to one trout. That's all you get if you keep it. So they'll get to 24 inches or so, 30 inches. These are 10-pound trout. Yes, they do get that big. Over at another point called Rocky Point, when the fish are there and the water's clear, you could see hundreds of them below you. That is how populous the lake is when it comes to rainbow trout. There are other trout, like red band trout, and other trout, but there's, can also yellow perch, maybe some bass, but really the lake is known for its trout, and it really can pick up greatly. The water, when I was there, as of this writing, which was April 2nd, when I was out there, it was 55 degrees, 56 degrees or so, and so, to be honest, if there are bass out there, they're in the pre-spawn range. So, I was fishing trout, as you could see. The fish finder lit up when I was in 5 feet of water. It was rather quiet, the fish finder, when I was in 3 feet of water. So, it was, I was using rooster tails, spinners, just a black rooster tail, and it was really the most effective bait that I was using out there. You can use all sorts of different, grubs, things like that are out there. So I was using really my Resolute and my Valiant Eagle by Kastking. By the way, Kastking makes great fishing equipment for a reasonable price. I mean, they really do keep fishing fun by keeping it reasonable. So please check out, Kastking. I'm on a feel-free Moken 12.5. You really want a good paddling kayak in this lake because of the wind and the waves. You don't want something really wide. Those are great fishing kayaks. This is a good fishing kayak, don't get me wrong. But you want something that can actually paddle. So if you're a kayaker, you want a paddler's kayak. Unless you've got pedals or a motor or something like that that'll help you along. But if you're paddling, you want a paddler's kayak. You don't want something 36 inches wide. even though it's stable, you'll have a hard time getting through the wind and the waves on this lake. If you want to limit the wind and the waves, then fish early, but quit early too. So in the afternoon, the winds can pick up greatly. So as for the lake itself, it's huge. There's so many different areas. This is a peninsula, so you can go up and around this peninsula, and at its point, there is good fishing too. I didn't do that this day because of the wind, because once you get out onto the point, it gets really windy and the waves get really big. I mean, you can have 2 to 3 foot swells on this lake. And in a kayak, you really don't want to face 2 to 3 foot swells. It's the only time I've actually called 911 for myself. It was on this lake, just off of the point of Eagle Ridge. And you'll find that video called Deliverance on my channel. So, but you can see the marshes right up ahead, and it's and the marshes have trails through it for kayaks and for john boats and things like that. It's a good area to fish, and as the waters warm up and the water becomes more clear in the next few weeks, this area is going to be you're going to be pulling out 10-pound trout out of this area. It is going to be huge. So I hope you guys enjoy my series of lakes of Southeast Oregon. Klamath Lake is so big that we're going to do several videos on it. We're going to do the marina area, or the Moore Park area, the southern portion of Upper Klamath, Rocky Point, east portion, which is the Williamson's Mouth River, which is really the sweet spot of this lake, right where the Williamson's dumps into it. And you'll get all sorts of great fish there. So anyway, thank you. Please subscribe, like this video, and I hope you enjoy the continuing videos of my lakes of Southeast Oregon. Take care, and tight lines, everybody.